Men over 40, the fastest way to look older than you really are isn't gray hair or wrinkles. It's your shirt. The wrong polo, an outdated button-down, or that sloppy tee can quietly age you every single time you wear it. I saw it at a weekend barbecue. One guy had the build, the energy, the confidence, but his oversized logo tee made him look like he'd given up. Meanwhile, another guy in a crisp, modern, casual shirt looked sharper, younger, and instantly got more respect without saying a word. Same age, different shirt, completely different impression. That's why in this video, I'll show you the casual shirts that actually make men over 40 look modern and sharp. And wait until the end, because there's one shirt that secretly adds 10 pounds to almost everyone who wears it. If you care about looking confident and modern at this stage of life, hit subscribe. A shirt can change how people see you before you even say a word. After 40, the rules shift. Your body is not exactly what it was in your 20s. Your face carries more character, and suddenly the shirts that once worked start letting you down. Too loose, and you look like you are trying to hide. Too tight, and you look uncomfortable, as if you're forcing an old version of yourself to still fit. The truth is, shirts are not just another layer. They sit closest to your face, so they become the first thing people notice. If that shirt feels outdated, the whole outfit feels off, no matter how expensive your shoes or jacket are. That is the trap many men fall into, thinking the details do not matter. But they do. A lot. When you get the shirt right, the story changes. The right shape can make your shoulders look stronger and your middle appear leaner. Neutral colors can lift your skin tone instead of dragging it down. You suddenly look present, current, and relaxed without shouting for attention. It is like putting the right frame around a painting. The picture never changed, but it suddenly commands respect. I learned that the hard way. I showed up to a dinner once in a stretched-out tee from my 20s. It felt comfortable, but in every photo I looked 5 years older and 10 pounds heavier. It was a small mistake, but it left me wishing I had chosen better. So the question is, which shirts actually do the work for you now? Let us start with the simplest, the one hanging in almost every closet, except not the kind you might be wearing now. Most men over 40 keep reaching for t-shirts because they are easy. The problem is, most t-shirts work against you. Baggy sleeves, sagging collars, or big prints that make you look like you raided your son's drawer. They all quietly add years. I know because I used to make the same mistake. One old band tee I wore on a weekend brunch had me looking like I was clinging to the past. My friends never said it, but the photos did. The good news is you do not need to give up on t-shirts. You just need better ones. A shirt that lightly skims the body, not clings to it. One that ends right around the belt line so your legs do not look shorter than they are. There is a simple test. Raise your arms. If your stomach shows, it is too short. That little check can save you from a lot of regret later. Fabric is just as important. Regular cotton stretches out fast, but Supima or Pima hold their shape while still feeling soft. Slub cotton adds texture without looking sloppy, and if you live in the heat, performance blends are a smart move because they breathe and resist sweat marks. Color can also make or break the look. Loud logos and slogans will age you. Instead, lean on solid neutrals, navy, charcoal, olive, or white. Match them to your skin tone. Warmer tones suit cream or olive. Cooler tones work better with navy and gray. The right shade lifts your appearance more than you think. The best part is how flexible a clean t-shirt is. Wear it with jeans on the weekend, layer it under a blazer for dinner, or pack it for travel because it always works. Once you have this foundation piece locked down, you can start adding more structure. That is where the polo enters the story, and it might surprise you how much difference one collar can make. A collar might not seem like much, but once you hit 40, it changes the whole game. That small detail instantly gives structure to your upper body and frames your face. It is why the polo deserves more respect than it gets. The mistake most men make is treating it like the boxy polos from the 90s, the ones with sleeves flapping halfway down the arm and enough room in the body to hide a pillow. That look will weigh you down and make you look sloppy, even if the rest of your outfit is on point. The modern version works differently. A polo should taper slightly at the waist, fit close at the shoulders, and let the sleeve rest gently on your bicep. Too tight and it feels like you are trying to flex. Too loose and it loses the sharp lines that give you presence. A simple rule is the 2-finger collar check. If more than 2 fingers slip in, the collar is too loose. Fabric matters here as well. The soft piqué cotton polo will breathe and last, while performance blends keep you cool if you are active or in warmer weather. This is not just about comfort. It is about keeping your shape through the day so you do not start crisp and end up sagging by dinner. Colors here are simple but powerful. Navy is king. It works on almost every man. Black, gray, and white are safe, while burgundy and olive bring depth without feeling loud. Match contrast to your skin tone so the collar frames your face, not washes it out. A polo tucked into chinos feels right in a smart casual office. Untucked with jeans works for weekends. Add loafers and you are set for date night. This shirt gives you options. Some men swear polos are the most versatile shirt after 40, while others feel they're overrated. Where do you stand? Drop your take in the comments. I want to see where your mind is at. Either way, the polo isn't the only workhorse you should rely on. There's another shirt that handles nearly every setting, from brunch to business, and it might surprise you. If the polo adds structure, the casual button-down gives you range. It is the shirt that can shift from relaxed to polished in seconds. The danger is getting the length or cut wrong. A shirt that drops too low looks borrowed from your dad. One too short rides up every time you sit, making you tug at it all day. The right length should land just above the middle of your zipper, designed to be worn untucked but still clean. The cut matters just as much. It should follow your shape without pulling at the buttons. Too tight and it strains across the chest. Too loose and it balloons at the waist. Neither works. A well-fitting button-down should let you move freely but still keep your outline intact. Fabric choices let you adapt to the season. Oxford cloth is the everyday piece, sturdy but comfortable. Linen breathes beautifully in summer, while poplin gives you a crisp, smooth look when the air is warmer, but you still want polish. Each material tells a slightly different story, and having one or two of each keeps you covered all year. Colors and patterns are where men often slip into mistakes. Loud plaids or bold stripes overwhelm. Instead, start with light blue and white. They never fail. Then add subtle micro-checks or fine stripes for interest. If your skin is darker, lighter tones lift your look. If your skin is fair, muted blues and grays balance it better. This shirt works almost everywhere. Roll up the sleeves for brunch, wear it open over a t-shirt on weekends, or tuck it under a blazer for a client meeting. Try the Italian roll, folding the sleeves just below the elbow for a relaxed but intentional vibe. Now, if this is the shirt that adapts to everything, what about the one that adds a little rugged edge without making you look sloppy? Flannel has a reputation problem. Most men still picture it as the oversized lumberjack shirt, thick, heavy, and usually worn half open with no thought to fit. That is exactly why so many avoid it after 40. But the truth is, when you get the fit and fabric right, flannel becomes one of the sharpest casual options you can own. The first mistake is size. Too many men buy flannel in a loose cut, thinking it feels comfortable. In reality, it swallows your frame and makes you look heavier than you are. A proper flannel should follow your lines without clinging. Enough room to move, but no ballooning at the sides. That balance keeps the rugged feel while still looking intentional. Fabric is also important. A quality Portuguese cotton flannel feels soft and warm but still holds its shape. It should have texture when you touch it, not the flimsy feel you get from fast fashion versions. That weight gives you presence, and in cooler weather, it is exactly what you want. When it comes to color, there's a lot of room to play. Deep burgundy, forest green, navy, or muted plaids look timeless. Bright or high-contrast patterns, on the other hand, pull attention away from you and end up looking juvenile. Stick with darker tones if you carry more weight around the middle. They slim the frame naturally. Flannel is also one of the easiest shirts to layer. Wear it open over a crisp t-shirt, pair it with dark jeans for weekends, or add a wool coat on top for dinner in colder months. Just remember the mirror check. If any layer underneath is baggy, the whole outfit collapses. Now, we have covered the best casual shirts for men over 40, but there is still one detail that can trip you up. Remember how I said the polo adds structure and frames the face? That only works if you wear it the right way. Most men over 40 still get it wrong, and it ends up aging them instead of helping. So before you reach for your next polo, watch this video right here. It shows exactly how to wear polos the modern way and avoid the mistakes that hold most men back. And if you want more practical fixes that save you from style mistakes, subscribe, like, and drop a comment about which shirt you struggle with most. I read everyone and use them for future videos.